Parish Commission regular meeting to order at this time. If we can have the roll call.
Dominic,
Present.
Lyndon Johnson,
Present.
Jackson, Lynn, Bowman,
Steve.
Cawthorn, Gabriel
Present.
Watts, Middleton, Adkins, Chavez, Smith, Johnson. We have a quorum, sir.
If we all can stand, we'll have Commissioner Jackson to lead us in the invocation, and Commissioner Lyndon Johnson will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
All hearts and minds be at peace as we look to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come today to ask you and say thank you for giving us another day to be here to do your work and your will, oh God. God, we ask that you bless our decisions and bless the conversation that takes place here today so that the citizens know it's not about us, it's not about them, it's about you and glorifying your will and your word. God, we ask that you guide our directions, bless everyone in the city, from our administrator to our parish commissioners to our clerk, that they may be guided by your word. God, we ask that you continue to bless the citizens of Caddo Parish and the state of Louisiana. These men are blessings we ask. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Ask that you face the flag, all military veterans, active and reserve, hand the brow, and all others, hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That seat, you okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right, moving on to our next item, Mr. Hopkins.
We have agenda additions. I have no cards
Okay.
for asking for, or anything.
No one has any agenda addition. We'll go to citizen comments. Citizens who wish to address the commission on any issue other than zoning, please fill out a comment card and provide it to myself or the clerk. Please be advised that individual comments are limited to 3 minutes. I have one comment card, Mr. Kraft, Kenneth Kraft. How you doing, Ken?
Finna get another.
Okay. How you doing today?
I'm fine. John
Good
tells
seeing
me.
you, man. Good
John
seeing
tells me I'm overdressed.
Well, you're not dressed up like Thomas Jefferson
No,
today.
that
You're not
was
dressed up like George Washington. Just
Kenneth Kraft.
Kenneth
there.
Kraft, the regular good voter in Caddo Parish.
Well, one of my ballots was misplaced, so I don't have 100%. So
You're doing pretty
Elliot
good.
complimented me for 98.8. Anyway, Kenneth Kraft, 157 Archer. I know it's only on introduction and the disparity study, and I found out earlier this morning the funding source is proposed economic development fund, which I prefer to general fund, although either one probably could have been used legally. I just want to caution the commission and the administrator. Such studies have proven in some cities very valuable and others not so valuable. It's how they're worded, and I caution the attorney to maybe add language. We don't meet again for 3 weeks. Tweak it. Don't let this happen. This has happened elsewhere. A community, a governmental body passes such a study, and smart people go out and put somebody's granddaughter as president, even though she's a sophomore in college. She becomes president of a multi-million-dollar construction company, and she owns it legally. And boy, that's been done in Chattanooga and Nashville. Tennessee's real clever with that. Memphis, Knoxville, they're just real clever at finding women to head companies who were related to the real owner, which is some old white dude usually, quite frankly. So watch the language and don't let that sneak up on us. 150,000, well, I don't know. It's 1% of what Jefferson paid for Louisiana, but it's 100,000 times greater than the community coffee coupon I use today. It's a lot of money. It's 15 million pennies. So y'all study it, tweak the language a little, and finally, I'd like to invite folks on behalf of the Anderson Island Neighborhood Association tonight at 6 p.m. There's a mayoral forum at Shreve City Baptist Church at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft. Appreciate you coming here today. Appreciate your service. Thank you. Huh? Did you? Okay, no. Our next speaker is Craig Lee. Where's Mr. Lee? He's over on the side. I hadn't seen him in a while. How you doing, Mr. Lee?
Make sure that our good administrator attorney
Huh?
has this
I'm sorry, what?
You got any meat pie? No. Did everybody get a copy of this? Yes. Okay, good go. Craig Lee,
1112 Prospect Street, Shreveport, Louisiana. Following behind my good partner, Ken Kraft, want to definitely urge the support for funding the disparity study, but I wanted to give you all some actual documentation. This is just a skeleton of the comprehensive statistical analysis I did 18 years ago on the Fair Share program. And on the last page of this, if you turn to that, you'll see what ended up happening under the Hightower administration. They had been incorrectly stating that the Fair Share program had netted 28% contract procurement for minority firms, and that was incorrect. So I'd done the statistical analysis to show that of all firms, which included African American, other ethnicities, and white Fair Share certified firms, that number was like 9.26%. I forced the Shreveport Times to do their own investigation, and they came back with my numbers, and that number is 10%. But just quickly, if you run through the report, on the first page, statements of record, just to give you a history of this thing. In 1996, I've been involved in this thing since for 22 years. Roy Burrell was the first person that was pushing the disparity study, and when it was brought in front of the city council, it passed 7 votes for, 0 against. Mayor Bo Williams at that time vetoed it, and when it came back, it was voted down racial lines 4, 3 against, because the white city councilmen found out the power of the disparity study, because that goes back to the Supreme Court decision as it relates to it. On the next page, you'll see the definitions of all of the terms that would be incorporated in this, and Fair Share Certified is the designated term. I used the City of Shreveport's numbers 18 years ago, which were incorrectly stated at 97 million. The contract procurement program for the City of Shreveport is actually roughly around 300 million. One of the things that I found out in my statistical research is that a lot of hundreds of millions of dollars is hidden in their program, because some of the money does not get reported through the purchasing data, but it's on the payment report. When you look at the stat sheet, you'll see how I broke this thing down: black, other, white, and you look at the FSC category, you'll see that there were 96 total Fair Share certified firms for goods and services and 34 subcontracting entities. And then on the next page, you'll see what the revenue numbers were based on their data. And when you look at the goods and services, it was 6.07% on that number, and then on subcontractors, it was 3.21, and total Fair Share certified was 9.28, and that's for all firms. Parish Commissioner Chavez, you weren't here at that particular point in time, but that included Latino firms, Native American firms, white firms, everything. When we now get down to the black firms, out of that data, only less than 5% of those contracts went to African American firms. And then on the next page, you'll see I broke every one of these firms down. We researched every one of their dollars right down to the penny, so that we knew exactly where this is going. Now, I'm showing you this because this is what the disparity study will actually get into in terms of breaking this down, to show the hypocrisy of what has actually been going on in that program. Back then, it was roughly 5.6% for African American firms. I can tell you right now it's well under 5.6%, and that is the big battle. And when you look at the fact that the purchasing data.
Okay, I got a motion by Commissioner Lyndon Johnson, second by Vice President Cawthorn to extend. I have no objection, so your time is extended.
All right, thank you. So when you look at the purchasing data, that was the critical thing that I saw, because that 97 million, when you went to the payment report, basically should be about the same, except for some staggered contracts that may have 10 years or whatever. But there's a con game that goes on in the city of Shreveport, and it's called check request. So if you are connected to the mayor, you can skirt the N30 or N60 contract payment on a monthly basis and now get your check requested directly to you in less than 3 weeks. But not only that, those numbers are not reported on the purchasing report. So when my report was finished, this report is what led to the city having to audit the Fair Share program. And so the disparity study gets into that overall dynamic. The Supreme Court said in the 1985 J. Croson versus the City of Richmond, Virginia case, where J. Croson, white contractor, sued the City of Richmond, saying that their Fair Share program was reverse discrimination, they gave the City of Richmond and all other cities subsequently 2 options: to do a race-neutral alternative or a race-conscious remedy. The race-neutral alternative is basically what you see done throughout the United States, and it's basically goal-oriented. The problem is with that, the Fair Share program has only in its heyday had 3 employees, and one of them wasn't even legit. He's a good partner of mine, but he played drums, and due to the fact that he was Cedric Glover's friend, he got a $70,000 deal, and that was Brady Blade. But they had 3 employees, and the person who started out as the receptionist is now the director. So, and you need to have investigative power and all these kind of things. So that's why the disparity study is critical as relates to understanding how this thing rolls. So we would definitely support, request you guys support in terms of helping to fund this. Thank you.
Sir,
Thank
did I
you.
get a copy? I didn't get a
Oh,
copy.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Craig, thank you for being here today, and good luck with your campaign, okay? All right, we're going on to our next item.
Special resolution, a recognition to Pastor-elect Gregory L. Oliver, Mount Canaan Baptist Church.
Commissioner Jackson.
Oh, we're gonna do, I just want it adopted and we can,
can do
add
it
that.
later.
Yes, sir, and that service, do I need to say that now?
I think it's September 2nd.
September 2nd, and there are several services. I'll get that out to everybody, and if everybody could join in, feel free to do so at Mount Canaan, historic day in Mount Canaan. But I've let them know that we're gonna do that, and we'll present it to him at the service.
Okay, forgot to say one thing. Commissioner Mike Middleton is going to be kind of in and out. He had eye surgery today. He's here right now, but
Yeah, it's no disrespect to Mr. Lee or anyone else in here. I had eye surgery, so the sensitivity to the lights and all that. So I'll be popping in and out. I have my private duty nurse, Ellen, with me today too, as my chauffeur. So it's she's going to keep me at bay here. So.
I'll put my glasses on so you won't feel
Well, I asked you to when we came in. If everyone up here loved me, they'd have their sunglasses on right now, just to give a
Sunglasses in the
little
truck.
non-disparity.
If we can recess for 5 minutes, I'll go get my sunglasses.
okay.
Wait till we get to
Yeah.
a certain vote and then go do it. Okay?
I have a motion by Commissioner Jackson. Do I have a second? I have a second by Commissioner Lynn Cawthorn to adopt special resolution concerning Pastor-elect Gregory L. Oliver of Mount Canaan Baptist Church. Please vote. That passes 10-0. Mr. Hopkins, moving to our next item.
Adopt the regular session minutes from August 9th.
So moved.
A motion by Commissioner Lyndon B. Johnson, seconded by Commissioner Mike Middleton to adopt the minutes from the August 9th, 2018 meeting. Please vote. And that passes 10-0. I will make a motion at this time, if I can get a second, to englobo
Second.
the special session minutes for August 16th and also the special session minutes for August 20th. That motion is made by the chair, seconded by Stephen Jackson to adopt both of those items. Please vote. And that passes 10-0.
Next, we move to communications, committee reports, administration response.
Okay, Dr. Wilson, do you have anything at this time?
No, sir.
Anybody have any communications committee reports? None at this time. Moving on to our next item.
Next, we move to president's report.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember how time flies. I did attend The EAP, which is the Entrepreneur Accelerated Program, had a 4-year, I guess, anniversary, and also had the unveiling of the businesses that have come on board. It was very well attended. Commissioner Chavez was there. Appreciate you coming. I was able to speak along with the mayor, Mayor Tyler, and we did an unveiling and the cutting of the cake. So appreciate them inviting me there, and just want to let you know that I was there trying to represent the parish, and it seems like they're working hard and doing a good job. So thank you to them, and that's all of my report at this point. Next item, Mr.
Next, we
Clerk.
move to public hearing on zoning cases. Ordinance number 5784 of 2018 in regards to zoning case P1118, amending the zoning of property located 300 feet south from southeast corner of Jefferson Page Road and Pines Road, Caddo, Parish, Louisiana, from RE Residential Estate District to C1 Neighborhood Commercial District.
Okay, well, it's a public hearing, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so we'll open the public hearing, declare it open at this time. Is there anybody who wishes to speak in favor of ordinance number 5784? Is there anybody who wishes to speak against ordinance number 5784? See no one, I declare the public hearing closed at this time, and moving to our next item, Mr. Clerk.
Move to public hearing on regular ordinances. Ordinance number 5785, amending the budget of estimate revenues and expenditures for the Riverboat Fund for the year 2018 to provide an appropriation of $7,000 to conduct a training program for Caddo Parish Fire Districts. Ordinance number,
Hold on. You're getting too fast, Todd. I declare the public hearing on ordinance number 5785 open at this time. Is there anybody who wishes to speak in favor of ordinance number 5785? Is there anybody who wishes to speak against ordinance number 5785? At this time, I declare the public hearing on ordinance number 5785 closed. Moving on to our next item.
ordinance number 5786, to close and abandon certain alleys in the village of Morningsport.
Do I have anyone who wishes to speak in favor of ordinance number 5786? This public hearing is open now. Is there anybody who wishes to speak against ordinance number 5786? See no one. At this time, I declare this public hearing closed. Moving to our next item.
Ordinance number 5787 of 2018, to close and abandon certain alley in Brum Street in the village of Ida.
Declare the public hearing open on ordinance number 5787. Is there anybody who wishes to speak in favor of ordinance number 5787? Is there anybody who wishes to speak against ordinance number 5787? Seeing no one, I declare the public hearing on ordinance number 5787 closed. Moving to our next item, Mr. Clerk.
We move to zoning ordinances for final passage. Ordinance number 5784 of 2018 in regards to zoning case P1118, amending the zoning of property located 300 feet south from southeast corner of Jefferson Page Road and Pines Road, Caddo, Parish, Louisiana, from RE Residential Estate District to C1 Neighborhood Commercial District.
Second.
A motion is made by Commissioner Lewis Johnson to adopt ordinance number 5784. It's been seconded by Commissioner Stephen Jackson. There's no one on the board. Please vote. And that passes 10-0. Moving to our next item.
Next, we move to regular ordinances for final passage. Ordinance number 5785 of 2018 to provide an appropriation of $7,000 to conduct a training program for Caddo Parish Fire Districts.
It's been moved by Commissioner Lewis Johnson, seconded by Commissioner Stephen Jackson to adopt ordinance number 5785. Commissioner,
Yeah, I'd like to make a
Jackson?
motion to englobo and adopt ordinance number 5785, 5786, and 5787 of 2018.
Second.
okay, so I have a second
Substitute motion.
substitute motion by Commissioner Jackson, seconded by Commissioner Mike Middleton to adopt ordinance number 5785, 5786, and 5787. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No one on the board, please vote to englobo and adopt all three of those ordinances. And that passes 9-1. Okay, and moving on to our next item.
Zoning ordinances for introduction by title. Zoning case P 1818 in regards to ordinance number 5790/2018, amending the zoning of property located on the south side of Jefferson Page Road, approximately 650 feet east of Judy Lane, Caddo, Parish, Louisiana, from RE Residential Estate District to R17 Single Family District. Next, we move to ordinances for introduction by title. Ordinance number 5788, declaring certain adjudicated properties to be surplus, authorize the parish administrator designee to sell the parish Caddo's tax interest in certain surplus adjudicated property. Ordinance number 5791/2018, amending the budget of estimate revenues and expenditures for the Economic Development Fund year 2018 to provide an appropriation of $150,000 to conduct a disparity study. Ordinance number 5792/2018, amending the budget of estimate revenues and expenditures for the Reserve Trust Fund for the year 2018 to provide an additional appropriation of $250,000 for the Reserve Trust Fund to assist tornado victims. Ordinance number 5793, to authorize the parish administrator designee to sell Hawkins Lear Park. Ordinance number 5794, to rescind the subdivision of Northern Cross Estates Unit 2.
Todd, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
On that ordinance number 5791, the disparity study,
Yes, sir.
that was an ordinance from Monday. It was an ordinance. For some reason, I thought it was listed as a resolution.
No, it was an ordinance.
It was an ordinance?
Yes, sir. It's an appropriation of money.
I know, but I just thought it was a resolution to, approve it or just say, okay, all right, just checking. All right, moving to our next item.
Next, ratify the work session minutes from August 20th.
So moved.
Have a motion by Commissioner Mike Middleton, seconded by Commissioner Lewis Johnson. Please vote. What you doing, man?
I was gonna talk on it. Hey,
Oh, you want to?
yeah, well,
Where I voted, but which one are you? Which one are you
to
on?
ratify the minutes, I was sitting right here on Monday for just that work session, not the work session, the other meeting before it.
Special session?
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you'll see Stormy's votes come up as my votes. So if you can
I
adjust
think we
those.
got it.
Okay, all right, I'm good with that.
We'll double check.
Thank
Well,
you.
you didn't want to sit by me?
I didn't.
I took a shower that night.
I didn't feel good Monday. I was.
Oh, okay.
It was rough.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Did we vote on that?
Mr. Johnson?
Mr.
Okay, it shows that I did, but,
Linden or Lewis?
Linden, I'm sorry.
okay.
Oh, I did.
That passes 10-0. And
Next, we move to resolutions. Resolution number 57, to authorize the Caddo Parish Administrator to approve the assignment of state agency leases 20131, 20133, and 20134.
it's been made, motion been made by Commissioner Lyndon B. Johnson, seconded by Commissioner Lynn Cawthorn. Please vote. And that passes 10-0. Moving to our next
We
item.
have no old business, no new business. We move to communications committee reports.
Going once,
There we go.
going twice. I'm gonna get you gone. I'm gonna skip it over you, Matthew. No, just kidding. Commissioner
Thank
Matthew
God.
Lynn, I knew. Well, at least I wanted to act
cut
like it.
me
You know,
off
we're
when you
supposed
have
to
the
be, we're
chance to.
supposed to be civil. You know, we're supposed to be talking about civility.
Civility. We need to
So-
get the pledge signed.
Commissioner
There's a
Matthew
Strong Towns
Lynn.
meeting tonight at Schrack on Crockett at 6:30 p.m. if anybody was interested in going.
What kind of
There
meeting,
was-
Matt?
What we call
There was a citizen that was kind enough to mail out 75 issues of a book to several people within Caddo Parish. I've read one chapter, so I encourage those that received the book to.
What kind of meeting did you say it was?
It's a Strong Towns meeting then. So what Strong Towns does is instead of the community focusing on catching the whale or home runs, Strong Towns looks at base hits on what would make a community stronger. So communities that are losing population, for instance, small things that they can do to make the world or the community better for the people that live there, then that positivity
Creates a big thing.
attracts others. A lot of it having to do with, getting rid of a lot of the naysayers. That's it.
Okay. All right, anybody else? Let's say Commissioner Lyndon B. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just wanted to say that David Raines Community Center will have their open house on August the 29th, 12 o'clock. Come out. It's the building that the parish built.
In MLK area?
Yes, on
Yeah.
David Raines.
Yeah, I got it written down. I'm gonna try to
Okay, so expect to see you there. Also, the NGO meeting will be September the 4th at 2 o'clock. That's it.
All right, no other communiques and committee reports. Moving to our next item, which is citizen comments, late arrivals. Does anybody have anything? I have no cards, so at this time, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Adjourn.